Welcome. This is the analysis video of the OWASP ZAP attack proxy findings and results that I performed earlier in this section. So let's start from the first one result that it gathers and that it have found as a vulnerability. That the first one is the cross-site scripting and the reflected attack. So let's start how this tool use and how this tool perform to find and get the results, and how this tool know that this is the vulnerability and what we can do with this vulnerability after this attack and after this scanning, how we can further extend this scanning to the exploitation. So let's start. As you can see, this is the attack field that it have performed and inserted in the input field. Like this is this normal script that we enter in the input field whenever we start to perform the finding of the cross-site scripting. So this is basically the script tag and with the alert that it have performed. As you can see, this have been inserted in the input field as an evidence, and how this has been performed with this URL, and the parameter was the ID parameter. After that it have inserted this have performed same for all the 12 URLs that it have found. Now coming to the SQL injection and the second attack that is critical for this web applications. So basically this performed the SQL injection, and the finding was and the result was with the parameter ID, and what it attacked is 0 union all select null. We can also perform this by using this link, copy and open it in the browser. Similarly, I will enter the attack payloads according to that. You can see this is the ID is equal to 0 and the username is the admin with the email ID associated with that. So in this way we can also perform the same attack that is the tool performed to find the SQL injection vulnerability. So what was that? Simply select. You can see this thrown an error on our screen, and this error shows and tells us that this is the SQL injection vulnerable website, and this is the SQL injection vulnerable web page, that it accepts our input without any sanitization and without any input validation. So in this way it finds that there is MySQL fetch array expect. So it generally throws an error message on the screen, and by the error over the screen we can confirm that this website and this page is vulnerable to the SQL injection. You can see there is all this in the response from the website. There is a warning of MySQL fetch array expect parameter 1 to be resource. This is the error that confirms the SQL injection vulnerability is present, and all these errors apply to these three links. Similarly, we can perform all these attacks on URLs that it have found for the attack parameter, like directory browsing can also be performed, and there are a lot more options, like there is no cookie set to HTTP only flag set so that it can be prevent a cross-site request forgery. And all these are the normal vulnerabilities, but still in the web application security it is really a critical vulnerabilities that it have found for us. Well, now all these things and stuff have been saved in one place. Now there is a time to export all the results in one place to see and generate a report to hand over the client. I recommend you to just clear all your findings and just see manually one by one to gather as much as you can by performing this attack manually with the help of this description, and there is a solution to how to mitigate this risk. You can use these reference URLs to perform the same. Well, now it's time to export all these things in a single page like a PDF or HTML, so that we can hand over and get all the results in single place. So simply generate a report. Go to report and create an HTML or XML report you want. Now the report has been saved. You can see this is the report. You can select with medium, high and whatever you want. So in this way this is convenience for you to see and what is the results was there and how to mitigate this one in one place. So in this way, this is really a convenience for your client as well to see what was the attack parameter and what was the description for that same, and how to mitigate the risk and how to get a perfect solution for that. If you want, you can also recommend the solution.